Today we are taking a look at Moss, a classic VR platform game on the Quest 2. Even though this game was released back in 2018 on PlayStation VR, and being a launch title for the original Oculus Quest headset, I never really got around to playing Moss until recently. So let's see how this game holds up today in 2023. But before we dig in, if you could just do me a solid and hit that like button, I'd greatly appreciate it. Here we go. So Moss is a 3D platform puzzle game with some virtual reality elements. You directly control this little mouse named Quill with your controllers, just like you would in any flat screen game, only you also have to interact physically with the environment by grabbing and moving things so Quill can get to the next scene. Now, the first thing I noticed when I hopped into this game is that it looks great. Especially for a game as old as it is, the environments are super crisp and detailed. The whole fantasy world just really comes to life in VR. This game has to be optimized for the Quest 2 headset. There's no way that these are original Quest graphics. Now, what really sells this whole thing in VR and makes it feel pretty damn lifelike is the super smooth animations coupled with excellent character control. Quill is absolutely adorable, and every jump, attack, and cute little roll is so smooth it feels like I could just reach out and pick her up. And the combat is just as fluid and not incredibly difficult. Mixing attacks and a sweet little dip dodge will go a long way to keep you alive when fighting beetles and crabs. You can also reach out and heal Quill directly with your hand, which will help you get through any tough spots you may find yourself in. You can also interact directly with enemies by stunning them and leading them around with your hands, which can not only assist in puzzle solving, but also help out during battles. The level design is pretty intuitive. Some of the puzzles had me pondering my next move for a little bit, but nothing really stumped me to the point of frustration. The game was a pretty smooth ride overall. It's more of an experience that can be enjoyed start to finish, as opposed to some complicated puzzler that will frustrate you to no end. If you're expecting a really intense puzzle-solving game, you may be disappointed. This game really focused on being a platform game first, with some intriguing puzzles thrown in along the way. Now, it's not the most immersive experience, as you're just controlling Quill while interacting with the environment, but with that being said, there aren't really any points in which the game pulls you out of that experience. There's no weird view changes or anything to break what immersion the game does have. Now, what is kind of interesting is that Moss recommends you play this game sitting down, which is kind of a nice change of pace for me. I usually play all games standing by default, as it is the most immersive experience for me, and I appreciated the heads up that it wouldn't be necessary for this game. Although in some levels where you do go up to higher platforms, it may be beneficial to stand up for a moment to clearly see what's going on. For the most part, sitting down is the most enjoyable way to play through this one. Overall, this game kind of surprised me, in a good way. I didn't expect to enjoy it as much as I did. There's a little bit of a wow factor that happens when I first hop in and look down at the detailed fantasy world, and the fact that Quill seems so lifelike with her super smooth animations was enough to pull me into the experience, and I really enjoyed playing it. It really does hold up to today's VR standards, especially in the graphic department. It certainly doesn't seem like a game that was originally released almost 5 years ago. I'll probably end up checking out Moss Book 2 in the near future, so stay tuned for that. So that's a wrap for Moss on the Quest 2. If you enjoyed this video, just do me a quick solid and hit that like button. It's a free way to support the channel, and it really helps me out. You can support the channel even more by leaving a comment. Let me know your thoughts on these platform-style games in VR, and if there's any other ones I should check out. Don't forget to subscribe for more VR reviews like this one. I'll always give my honest opinion of my experience. If you like this one, check out my review of Trover Saves the Universe, popping up on your screen right now.